What's good, Space Cowboys? Zero here, bringing you a ship review on the Galbank Stormrider. Now, the Stormrider is a ship that you can buy from some vendors, but this is the version that I hijacked from a Galbank transport here. What I'm going to show you in this video is just kind of what this ship looks like around the outside, take a tour of the inside, kind of go over some of the stats and weapons, shields it comes with stock, and then if you stick around to the end, guys, I'm going to show you some upgrades that I am going to make to this, a little bit of a refit on the design, and then just upgrading it to some in-game modules. This is a fun little ship. I really like the tight design. It is very sleek. One of my favorite ships that I have stolen recently, but let's get right into it. So here we are gonna look at what this comes with stock here.
No problem.
No problem. Alright, so we have the Galbank Stormrider. Like I said, it is a really nice design. I love these big radiator pyramids on either side, followed up right behind that by your reactor and your grav drive right underneath with the fuel pods. I think that's just a really sleek design. You can also see that they really tried to maximize this for living comfort. There are lots of windows placed throughout this ship so the people inside don't feel like they live in a tin can. You can even see underneath the wings they've kept this part open. Of course, you know, they could have filled that out, but they chose to put some windows both underneath and to the side. So I really like how they have prioritized visibility here. There's a pretty minimal amount of landing gear. We're actually going to have to add a few on here to get this thing to lift off whenever I add some extra modules to this. Weapons, not too impressive. You have a couple auto turrets here on the wings. These are your laser auto turrets here, the 2 gigawatt SX pulse lasers. Pretty short range, not a lot of damage, not really impressive at all. In fact, if you look at your overall weapons package, it's pretty weak. 23, 33 ballistics and 147 missiles. Cruise medium amount. We're going to try to up that. We're going to add a control station to it as well. It doesn't have a control station. It has like 2 habitat modules. I'm sorry, 2 all-in-one berths or living quarters, which I don't know why. I guess maybe it's more of a transport. It was a Galbank. Shields are actually quite good. It was pretty beefy. It took me a little bit to knock out the shields and knock out the engines to be able to board and take it over. Be warned, if you do steal this from Galbank, I think I racked up like, I don't know, maybe 100,000 credits just stealing the ship, which was an enormous bounty for stealing one ship. I had immediate regrets, but I haven't had this ship yet, so I was kind of excited, and I really like the way it looks. We have these massive reverse thrusters in the front. I am gonna get rid of those. There's not a lot of cargo, but I don't really want to add a lot of cargo to this. I want to keep its speed up as high as I can and mobility. I want this one to be a pretty quick, nimble ship to be able to maneuver around. Not a whole lot of additions I'm going to make to this. I am actually going to swap out the entire engine deck. I have been using the Supernova engines on a lot of designs lately, so I want to try something a little bit different here, but I want to try to keep a similar feel in the back. Not a fan of kind of the way that these wings sweep back and then just stop, so I'm going to also probably make some adjustments right there. But overall, I think this is a sexy looking ship, and I can't wait to get around and play with it. So let's actually go take a look inside. Oh, you know, before we do that, let me show you what modules are actually on this thing. Up on the upper deck here, you have an armory. I probably will keep this. What I'll probably do, though, is get rid of this storeroom, pull this back, and then add another 2x1 module up at the front here. I don't know, maybe something like a workshop or something. It does not have a workshop currently. So getting down to the main deck, one thing I really love about this ship design is as soon as you come in from the landing bay, it pops you up right here. So you basically come in right behind the cockpit. I like this cockpit. I'm not going to change it. I'm pretty happy with the Viking series cockpits. They're pretty nice. So I probably won't swap that out. Here you've got an all-in-one berth. We have another all-in-one berth. There is a lower deck down here. So you kind of you come in right here to this all-in-one berth, and it has a stairway up here where you can get to the armory. And then there is another ladder back here in the living quarters that goes down to your lower deck. And here we've got another all-in-one berth. So I'm going to swap one of those out for a control station to give me a little bit higher crew. And then, of course, we have an infirmary. So pretty practical, functional ship. Just going to make some slight tweaks to it to make it fit more my play style and design preference. But overall, I think it's a pretty good looking ship. All right, let's go see what it looks like from the inside, and then we will tinker around and see how she fares in a fight. But look at that, just beautiful. I love those big radiator towers. Kind of feel like they should be closer to the engine stacks, but maybe that's what this piping is for. It's piping some coolant from the engines up through the radiators. This is a bit weird to me. I'm not sure why they didn't duplicate this cowling right here to sweep it back to the wings. That is sort of the first thing I would do, although I'm going to make a few other changes. I love the look here on the back with these, you know, gold tinted windows with your gold ball helium-3. I do like the Supernova engines. Supernova ninjas. Oh, that would be amazing. But they're getting old for me. I want something new. I need something new and fresh. All right, so that's kind of the look from the outside.
Hi.
Let's take a look on the inside, and then we'll tinker around and see if we can't make some improvement. So like I said, when you come in, like, it pops you right there to the bridge. Love that feature of this. Very convenient to get around. Even though there are 3 decks on this technically, I feel like it's pretty easy to navigate. For the computer making this, or whatever the designers, I guess, made this one, it's not too bad. This is a 2x1 all-in-one berth. I may actually also replace this storeroom here and turn this into a 3x1 all-in-one berth here. Can't really do much with these on the sides just because they're just one-offs. These are the parts that are over where the fuel pods and grav drive stuff is, right over there. They fit okay. I don't mind them. This is where we get down to the lower deck where we have our infirmary. And again, we have an all-in-one berth here in the back. I don't need 2 of those, so I'm definitely going to swap one out for probably a workshop. No, not a workshop, a control station. I need more crew. I likes my crew. Coming up to the top deck here. Pulling an upper decker. And here we come into the armory, and I really love having an armory on the ship. On my main ship that I typically fly, I actually have tons of weapons and my armor kind of stacked around this. Not that I swap them out very often, but I'm starting to collect and save more than selling a lot. And so I am starting to appreciate my armory a lot more. This is not the most convenient place for this. You might actually be better off moving it a bit more forward on top of this, and then you can move that window back to this location just to keep your stairs all in a line and not add an extra ladder here. I keep calling them stairs. They're not stairs, obviously. I know the difference. There we go. So that is what she looks like from the inside. Take a quick gander on the outside, see if we can't get a better view of the orbit around this thing, and then see if we can't make it better. Those reverse thrusters in the front is something also that I am going to get rid of. I know there are some reverse thrusters on the cowlings, and there'll be some on some of the other modules that I'm going to add, but I don't know. Maybe you need it on a ship? I'm not sure. I don't really slow down that much. I really always just want more speed. Alright, that is the ship stock. Let's make some improvements, and if that is what you're here for, I'm going to get into it as fast as possible and try not to dilly-dally around here.
Okay, no problem.
I think I've got all the modules that I wanted to put in mind, but, you know, sometimes I just kind of space out. Okay, so a couple things. One, let's just get rid of these weapons because I don't like them. I'm also going to get rid of that shielding, although it is a pretty good shield. It's not the shield that I want. These are not the shields you're looking for. I'm also going to swap out the engines, and of course I want to upgrade to the Big Mama Jama, the J52, and then we're going to go from the 6Z to the 8Z pinch. Alright, so let's go ahead and swap those out now before I lose my mind and forget what I just took out. Where's the pinch 8? Alright, there's my pinch 8 on that side. And let's put in our grav drive, the Big Mama Gemma Gamma. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay, so swapped a couple of those things out. Like I said, I've played around with this build for a little bit, just kind of seeing, make sure everything fit, and it did say I needed more landing gears, so the ones I ended up going with were, I think these. They're not my favorites, but they have pretty good thrust, and I do like that they at least kind of keep the curve of the ship there. And the reason that I'm going to need more landing gears is because I'm going to add a bunch of engines here. Like a bunch of engines. So where is my Nova cowling? Okay. So what we're going to throw on here, the engines that we're going to do, I'm actually going to keep these here. But what I'm going to throw on underneath that is a Nova bracer. And then I'm going to throw this back on top of that, but I want to spin it around. Which apparently I couldn't do, or I messed up. And of course now I can't find that stupid Hope Tech pipes. There we go. There we go. Okay, I think this is starting to look about like I wanted. Alright, let's throw some engines on this bad boy now. And the engines I'm going to play with here are the SAL 6330s. And I can get 6 of these on here. Alright, so look at that engine pack. Alright, let's smooth this off with some Nova cowlings. Yeah, I think that works okay for me. Okay. Let's get that shield back on there before I forget about that. Okay, so I've swapped out the grav drive, the reactor, the shields, the engines. What else do I have to do? Okay, so I was going to throw a weapon mount on here. Got rid of those reverse thrusters. Don't know if that was a good idea, practically speaking, but hey, you know. Let's throw a equipment plate on there. And yeah, I think that'll be good. So I think what I want to do here now is go and throw on the weapons. Let's go ahead and get my weapons package going. Oh, man. Scrolling down to the bottom. And we're going to trip up on the obliterators here. And then on my weapon mount here, I'm going to throw on some PBO 300s. And then we're going to also stack some of those PBO 300s under the wings. Okay. Okay. And here, let's get a couple... Oh. Not gonna let me put missiles there, eh? How about there? Okay. I don't know if I'm in love with that, but... It's not really a better place to put them. I've kind of taken up all my flat spaces. So... Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. That'll do, pig. Could throw them on the other side, maybe. Nah, it's alright. Alright, let's swap out some of those hab modules that I was talking about here. So we have this companionway and this storeroom, and I'm going to go ahead and move the armory all the way to the back. I'm going to get rid of these two things here. I'm going to swap out this all-in-one berth, because I don't need two of those. So what I do want is a control room, and we will stick with a Stroud 2x1 2x1 control station. There we go. And on the top here, let's get a 2x1 workshop. Uh-oh. And like I said, I think I want to keep that ladder right there, so I'm going to swap out the slim docker just because that'll match that up right underneath that ladder that's coming from the mid deck. And okay, I think that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and map the obliterators to weapon 0, the PBOs to weapon 1, and my missiles to weapon 2. Nominal. All right, so we have upped our damage to 158, 138. Those are particle, and then 471 missiles. My hull, 1539. Shield, 16. I didn't do anything to cargo. This may be an area that you want to tweak out a little bit and maybe do better than I did. I don't know. I really wasn't going for cargo on this one. I was going more for just a swift passenger fight or something like that. But I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think? It is quick. 100 mobility. Quite a bit of firepower. I'm going to see how these engine stacks look. Hopefully those modifications I made, or at least those different habs I added in, didn't change too much about the interior, but we'll see. It shouldn't have, I don't think. I don't know. But let's take a look. This is a pricey build at 623,000 credits. Definitely save your pennies for this one, guys. But I think it'll be worth it. What we're going to do, I'm going to go and take a tour of the outside of this new build, and we're going to look at the inside, and then let's go pick a fight and see how she handles out in space. I like the overall new look. I'm pretty happy. I felt like it kept pretty much the same swept design as the original. I don't know. What do you think? Maybe I should recolor some of these things here, eh? Nah, it's fine. Nah, it's fine. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Let's do this. Accept. Oof, 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 oof. All right. All right, so now we are at, wow, I have 41 reactor. Did I not put the Hinch 8Z in there? I thought I did. Anyways, 8 crew, 2560 shields, 30 jump range, nice weapons. I don't know how I spent 630,000 credits, but the value is only 118. That seems like I maybe got ripped off by my local ship dealer. Who knows? Not a lot of fuel. Fuel might actually be something that you might want to add another one on here. Maybe pop this out to a bigger one, but that might obstruct your view. I don't know. It's probably big enough you can get to most places. We'll look at the map and just see where we can and cannot get to here. Again, not too many changes to the outside. There's those new landing gear with our obliterators there. Our PBO 300s under the wings there. You can get a nice view here watching your lasers pew pew. Reactor's the same style, we just went from a 6Z to an 8Z. This is the biggest change right here, is our engine stack in the back, and this is gonna look oh so good taking off. Oh, so good taking off. Again, reactor's also the same style, so we didn't really change much there. Again, I tried to keep this pretty true to the original, with just a few modifications, especially to the engine stack in the back, and a little bit more, hopefully easier to navigate interior, although this is a pretty easy ship to get around, I have to say. Alright, so we still come right into the cockpit here, so I like that still. Alright, there's our cockpit. Here is our control station, so this is a little bit different than what we had before, but we upped our crew there. Oh man, I said I was going to change this to a 3x1. Oh well, oh well. You can change this to a 3x1 hab. I said I was going to do it, and I totally spaced. But you could get rid of this worthless cargo room back here. I mean, maybe you like that, I don't know. You've got three on, one on each side here. These are all those same cargo modules, so swapping this out for a 3x1 might be worth it. And this is where I changed a little bit, made it a little easier to get around. Although, why in the heck? That's frustrating. That's really weird and frustrating. Why does it have that ladder and that ladder? Oh well. This is all the same down here. We have our infirmary and our all-in-one berth in the back. I didn't change anything on the lower deck. This is something that I might go back and change now that I see how this actually played out. I don't know why it didn't just extend this ladder all the way up, other than it looks like that door opens that way. Kind of annoying, but it's not like you really need to get around in this corner back here, so not a big deal. It does get rid of the other ladder that we had. So right now there's no ladder in here, which I like much better. My armory goes right back to my viewport. And everybody's hanging out in the armory today. Is it gun day? Alright. Let's go take this beauty for a spin. Alrighty, here we go. We're gonna take off.
Time to leave this place behind.
Okay. Yeah, I like that 6-engine stack in the back.
Red apogee, surrounded by stars and the vastness of space.
Oh boy, we don't need all that grav drive, but we do want some. Okay. Not a bad looking ship. I don't know if I'm in love with that weapon mount on top, but that is some powerful pew pew. Of course, we got our missiles on there as well. I mean, that'll do some serious damage, boy. Woo! I love the way these engines sound. Oh, man. That is great. The boost sound on these engines is fantastic. All right, looks pretty tight from the back. I have to say I like it. It is mobile. This thing is nimble. Jack be nimble. Alright, let's go see if we can't pick a fight with some dirty snake lovers. This is typically where I go, guys, to just test fly things. If I knew a place where it had more consistent higher level, I would go there, because most of these ships that I've been sort of testing out lately can take on level 75 and above easy. But I just don't know a pretty consistent place to find those super high level, and I hate in these videos just kind of jumping around until I find some. Serpentis is a great place that you can pretty much jump into and be in a fight, usually about within 30 seconds. Well, or less. Alright, 3 level 50s. Here we go. We got a dirge. And... ooh! They're about to... oh, I don't have... do I not have any ship parts? What? How do I not have any ship parts? Also, why does it keep... oh my goodness. What just happened? I have no idea what just happened there. Also, why do I not have any ship parts? There's my ship parts. I kept going into camera mode when I was trying to repair my ship. Alright, let's try that again. Take 2. I have no idea what was going on there. Ooh, level 64. That's nice. So that was pretty strange when I jumped into that one. They just drained my shields. I couldn't repair. That feels about more right there. So, I guess any given day, the Spacers or Serpentis can beat you. But that is my take on the Galbank Stormrider. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Tell me what you think. What changes would you make? What are some things that you liked about my design? What are some things that you would do differently? I would love to hear your thoughts and give me some feedback. I am trying to get better and better at these ship designs. Mostly what I'm doing is just kind of tweak and play with already built ships and see how I can maybe smooth them out and upgrade them to my liking. I'm gonna do a couple more just ground up builds in the next week or two, but lately I've been having fun stealing and upgrading ships. So I hope you guys are enjoying this. Please like this video and subscribe if you enjoy the content I'm putting out. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Cheers.